fruit, don't brush immediately after you've eaten fruit unless it's dried fruit, which is sticky and gets around the teeth, because you will brush the acidity from the fruit into your tooth enamel. So with the first issue, which is dental decay, that is down purely to bacteria in the mouth. If you practice really good dental hygiene, you won't get tooth decay, but most of us don't. And when I started out on the fruit diet, I didn't realize that. I thought, I'm eating fruit, I'm not eating sugar, like refined sugar, I don't need to brush my teeth as much, but you do. You really need to brush your teeth. Another factor is genetics. Some people have very strong teeth genetically from their diets of their parents. They had a good diet, and from when they were children, they brushed their teeth well and they ate good quality fruits and vegetables. And another issue is that they don't have the bacteria in their mouths that cause tooth decay. So some people, you might know them, they eat sweets, they eat candy, they don't look after their teeth, but they still have very few cavities. And that is because they don't have those strains of bacteria in the mouth that cause decay. Other people do, and if they live the same diet and lifestyle, they would get cavities. So to prevent cavities, practice good dental hygiene. Brush your teeth 3 or 4 times a day, preferably before you eat fruit. After you've eaten fruit, you can rinse your mouth with water, wait half an hour, and then brush your teeth, so you're not brushing the fruit acids into the teeth. The other main issue with teeth is erosion of enamel, which is nothing to do with bacteria, but is to do with eating fruits that are high in acid, so a lower pH than optimal. And if you're eating underripe citrus, underripe pineapple, underripe kiwis, they can all damage the tooth enamel, especially if you've got weaker teeth. So it's not a good idea to eat those fruits if you've got dental issues, if you've got issues with your enamel, because they can strip. And I've known people eat underripe fruit and it has damaged their enamel very, very quickly on their teeth. And my older boy, he was brought up on a fruitarian diet and he never had a cavity. He had naturally very strong teeth. So you can be on a fruit diet and not get a single cavity as long as you practice good dental hygiene, and the genetics are also important. I would avoid dried fruit for the most part. Dried fruit sticks to the teeth and can cause cavities. I've known people that have got cavities from eating too much dried fruit. If I ever do have dried fruit or a fruitarian cake with dried fruit in it, I will brush my teeth immediately afterwards, and I will not eat any dried fruit if I can't brush my teeth immediately afterwards. I think that's very, very important, because the residue can stick to the teeth, cause plaque buildup and cause dental decay. So I think dental hygiene, using a toothpaste that, if you don't like using fluoride toothpaste, Theodent is a good brand of toothpaste. It contains an extract from cacao, which prevents cavities to the same level as a fluoride toothpaste, but doesn't contain the fluoride. That's Theodent. So that's a good toothpaste. So good dental hygiene, avoid underripe or acidic fruits. Brush the teeth before you eat, not directly afterwards. Rinse your mouth out with water. And if you ever eat a fruit that is high in acid and you can feel it on your teeth, you should never be able to feel a fruit on your teeth. Rinse immediately with water and rinse until you can't feel that kind of rough feeling on your teeth, because that will be damaging your tooth enamel. So I think it's really important to have good dental hygiene. Regarding the pancreas will function effectively if we give the body what it needs. The pancreas of people that eat a lot of cooked carbohydrates, such as people in Southeast Asia that eat a lot of rice, is twice as big as it should be, because the pancreas can be compromised when we eat a lot of cooked carbohydrates. When we eat raw carbohydrates, it doesn't compromise. So the pancreas can be affected by refined carbohydrates, cooked carbohydrates. The pancreas will normalize on a raw vegan diet, that's what I believe, where we're not eating processed or refined sugars. The sugars in fruit are bound up with fiber, they're bound up with phytonutrients that make them release slowly into the bloodstream, and we don't get these issues. But yes, I do think the pancreas can be affected by a high carbohydrate diet if that's processed and cooked carbohydrates. And I know a couple of people that are type 1 diabetics that have cut down the insulin they need to inject. They're always going to need to inject insulin because they don't produce any, by going on a high fruit diet. So you can even live with type 1 diabetes and be on a high fruit diet. And I've known several people with type 2 diabetes, which is usually brought on by obesity and issues with health as you get older, and they've been able to totally reverse type 2 diabetes by going on a raw vegan diet. So pancreatic health can be really helped, I believe, by a raw vegan diet.
And that is very key, because we have so many people who are going to listen to this later. If somebody has reversed it, it has happened to one, it can happen to all.
Yes,
Yeah, that's the message. Yeah, yeah.
And that's type 2. Type 1 won't reverse because the pancreas doesn't produce any insulin at all. But people that I've known on a high fruit diet have reduced very drastically the amount of insulin they need to inject, and also they've not got a lot of the associated issues that diabetics can have, you know, due to numbness in the feet and problems with their eyesight, things like that. They've maintained very good health.
Oh, thank you. How about apart from okay, maybe you can give us more outline on those people you have helped, or those you've known, on various other diseases, other types of ailments, and other yeah. Maybe it will be a very good message, yeah, to those, to give them hope and to give them even a way of, yeah.
Well, if some very serious health issues such as cancer can be really helped by a raw vegan diet. And there have been many people that have helped thousands of people heal from cancer by using raw vegan diets. And the people that I'd like to mention, there was Dr. Christine Nolfi, who practiced in Denmark in the 1940s and 1950s. She had a sanitarium, and she put cancer patients on 100% raw vegan diets, not mixes, mainly mono meals. She didn't store any fruits or vegetables. They were eaten fresh and whole, or if people didn't have good enough teeth, they were grated and eaten straight away. And she reversed cancer in many cases, especially breast cancer in women. And Joanna Brandt, she wrote The Great Cure. She helped hundreds of people heal from cancer using grape mono diets. And there's a guy called Jan Dries, who's a Belgian naturopath, and he's written a book called The Dries Cancer Diet. And he, again, has helped many people heal from advanced cancers by having a fruit and vegetable raw diet. So there's many, many documented cases. I've met people personally who've healed from cancer. I've got a friend, Jeanette, here in Australia, and she had breast cancer. Her doctor gave her 6 months to live. She changed her diet and lifestyle, and she runs marathons all the time now, and she's in her early 70s. So a diagnosis of cancer, as long as it's not too far advanced, can be really helped, I believe, by this diet and lifestyle, because cancer is usually a final stage of the body. It's tried other things to deal with whatever issues are going on. And the cancer has been going on usually a long time in the body before it's noticed. When the cancer finally presses on a lung or the brain, and we are aware then that we've got the cancer, it can be very advanced. But even in certain advanced cases, it can be reversed, and it has been reversed through diet and lifestyle changes, because we start to give our body what it needs to heal. And it's our body that always heals. It's not the fruit that heals our body. The fruit helps our body heal. Other things that we do, exercise or meditation or positive thinking, they all help us to heal, but it's the body, our body, that actually does the healing when it's given the right conditions. So the body can heal even from very, very serious illness. I really do believe that, and I've met many people that have healed from cancer. I've read many cases of people healing from cancer. One case in the Jan Dries book, The Dries Cancer Diet, was a woman, and she had a big tumour under her collarbone. And she went to see her oncologist, and she was very, very excited. She said, I'm going to try this new Dries diet to try and heal my body. And her oncologist just laughed at her and said, diet has never cured anyone from cancer. And she went away and she went on the diet for only 11 days. And after 11 days, she went back to her oncologist and he couldn't find the tumour. And he went, I've never seen anything like this. You know, what happened? And she said, oh, diet never cured cancer. And he said, oh, I do apologise. You know, it's just nothing that I've ever come across before. So there's many, many stories like that. And it's not just diet. You've got to have the other things as well. So support, positive thinking, sunshine, fresh air, deep breathing, all these things. And if we give our body is amazing, and our body is always working in our best interest. I truly believe that our body is always working in our best interest. Whatever we try and do to it, and we don't always understand, we might not understand why we've got a rash or why we've got a sore knee or what's going on. But our body is always trying to do its best to heal in whatever situation. And when we start giving our body what it needs to heal and stop thwarting it by stimulants, by drugs, by processed foods, by not getting enough sleep, by not exercising, by breathing shallowly or breathing polluted air, when we stop doing that, our body has its best shot at healing, and heal it will, you know, it will heal. It's even when people are older, even in their 80s and 90s, they can reverse conditions. They may not have the same healing capacity as a person in their 20s, but they still can make changes. They can still feel a whole lot better. And that can start very quickly in a week or two of even a person in their 80s or 90s, in my experience, can start to feel better through dietary changes. So it's never too late to turn your life about. Every day we have the chance to make effective choices, or we have the chance to make less effective choices in terms of our body feeling the best it can and working efficiently.